Hey everybody. No video on this one, just the audio. Sorry if that's depriving anyone of my goofy mug, but such is the way of things. I'm driving around once again. This entry is a contribution to a discussion that Doug Carlton is proposing. I don't know if it was a discussion or a project. It's a project. It's the "Are we free?" discussion. Asking the tough question, like, just how free are we really? I'll put a link to Doug's stuff here real quick. It's down below if you want to check it out. Or if not, hopefully my discussion here will be able to stand on its own, but this is definitely his concept. He's really digging the writings of this Boston Tea Party person. He's got these different books about just sort of alternative historical sources and viewpoints on concepts that run typically counter to the sort of popular notion of American freedom. I don't know. I don't know what necessarily that some people think of me. Like, I got that whole Americana True Blue thing. I got Old Glory on the front of my truck, and I speak highly of this nation and the opportunities that it has. I think some of the awake people, so to speak, would perhaps mistake that notion for an unawareness of historical things. Where our nation and history, decisions were made, alliances formed, and the framework for a decrease of freedom was established. I'm not unaware of that. As a matter of fact, when I was in my teens, we had some English foreign exchange students at our house, and the English foreign exchange students and I got into a discussion over the American Revolutionary War, which they do not call the American Revolution. I don't recall if it's the secession of the colonies or a Civil War type situation, but in my very early teens, I was made aware that different countries have different history books when it comes down to things that have happened, especially things like the Revolutionary War. Now, if you want to really challenge yourself, don't sweat some quotes from Washington or Madison, but you read the English history books as it pertains to the Revolutionary War, and it is a story about taxation. It is a story about representation, which they claim the colonies did in fact have. It points out that the tea tax and the actual Boston Tea Party wasn't about a tax. It was about, I don't know if it was John Hancock or Sam Adams, the East India Trading Company was bringing tea even after tax was still less expensive and undercutting the smuggled tea that was provided to the colonies. I mean, it's some tough stuff to read, man. And it points out the treatment of the loyalists that were in the colonies, the seizure of their property, in a country that is founding itself on freedom, a country that's founding itself on liberty, and things such as loyalist businesses being burned to the ground, properties being seized, people murdered, people tarred, people feathered, and because of their beliefs. So, in these books about the holograms of liberty, which I am going to read the hologram of liberty book. It's This is Doug. It's going to be like I got 2 other things I got to read first. But even something like the noble Articles of the Confederacy that are spoken so highly of before the Constitution. What of the loyalists who were deported, robbed from, murdered? What of the loyalist units, also American, who, when attempting to surrender, were massacred instead? What of the history of George Washington actually initiating the French and Indian War as a lieutenant colonel that caused the overwhelming debt that Britain had to face as it pertained to the colonies? It's some yeah. There's opening up your mind, and then there's taking the top part of your taking a part of the top part of your scalp off and stirring your brain, man. But I love this country. I really do. And I love what it can be, and I love the opportunities that it's provided to me. I know I've been lucky, and I know I've been blessed. And honestly, the circumstances of that, I think this country had a great part in that, and I'm still proud to be here. So, yeah, there you go. But yeah, wild stuff, man. But I got another couple rounds on this Are We Free thing, and yeah, we'll get it going, man. See ya.